Have you ever felt like you've missed your chance? That time has passed you by, and it's just too late to hope for what your heart desires. We've all been there, when age, circumstances, or repeated disappointments tell us that hoping is no longer logical. But today, we're rediving into a powerful story from the Qur'an that teaches us a profound lesson. Hope in Allah never expires. The story of Prophet Zakariya reminds us that sincere prayer can open doors we thought were sealed shut forever. Let's travel back in time to meet this remarkable man. Prophet Zakariya was a devout servant of Allah. He was the guardian of Maryam, the mother of Jesus. Peace be upon them both. He spent his entire life in worship, service, and guiding his community with immense wisdom and patience. He was a righteous man, a prophet of God. Yet, beneath his dignified exterior, he carried a deep, quiet sorrow. He and his wife were childless, and old age had crept up on them. His hair had turned white. His bones had weakened. It seemed like the window for having a child had long since closed. In Surah Maryam, we hear his voice, his intimate plea to God. He says, "My Lord, indeed my bones have weakened, and my head is filled with white, and never have I been in my supplication to you, my Lord, unhappy." This is such a beautiful, vulnerable moment. Zakariya isn't complaining about his life. He's acknowledging his reality is physical frailty, but he follows it immediately with a statement of unwavering faith. He's saying, "Even though I've had grown old and haven't received what I've asked for, not once have you ever let me down, O my Lord." This teaches us something vital. Righteousness doesn't mean a life free from longing. We all have desires, but faith transforms how we express that longing. It turns desperation into a humble, hopeful conversation with our Creator. Zakariya's approach to his problem is a masterclass in supplication, or dua. He didn't air his grievances publicly. He didn't lament his fate to others. Instead, he turned to the one who held the solution. He made his prayer in secret, a quiet, intimate call to Allah. His words were filled with humility and trust, and his intention was pure. He wasn't just asking for a child to carry on his name or for social status. He was concerned about the spiritual future of his people. He prayed, "So grant me from yourself an heir who will inherit from me and inherit from the family of Yaqub." He was asking for a successor who would carry the torch of prophecy, who would continue to guide people toward Allah. This shows us that the purity of our intentions elevates our prayers. When we ask Allah for something, are we thinking only of our worldly gain? Or is there a higher purpose? Zakariya's dua was selfless, and that made it all the more powerful. At a time when his hope might have been fading, something incredible happened that reignited his faith. As the guardian of Maryam, he would visit her in her private chamber of worship, and every time he went, he found she had provisions, food and fruits that were out of season, that couldn't possibly be there by normal means. The Qur'an tells us of his astonishment. He said, "O Maryam, from where is this?" She said, "It is from Allah. Indeed, Allah provides for whom He wills, without account." Imagine witnessing that. Maryam, a young, devoted worshipper, receiving miracles directly from Allah. This wasn't just a fleeting observation for Zakariya. It was a divine sign. It struck him at his core. If Allah could provide for Maryam in a way that defied all logic and explanation, then surely, Allah could grant him a child, even in his old age, with a wife who was barren. This moment shows us how faith can be strengthened by seeing Allah's mercy in the lives of others. It reminds us that nothing, absolutely nothing, is impossible for Allah. And so, right there, in that moment of renewed faith, Zakariya stood and prayed with even greater conviction. And the response came. It was a response that defied biology, logic, and human experience. The angels called out to him while he was standing in prayer. "O Zakariya, indeed we give you good tidings of a boy whose name will be Yahya, a name we have not given to anyone before." Subhanallah. The answer had arrived, not when he was young and strong, but in his old age, when all human hope seemed lost. The answer came with a specific name, Yahya, meaning he lives, and the promise that this child would be special. This is one of the most comforting lessons in the entire story. Allah's timing is perfect, We might feel that a blessing is delayed, but in Allah's infinite wisdom, it arrives at the exact moment it is meant to, for the maximum good. A delayed blessing is not a denied blessing. It's a blessing being prepared for its perfect unveiling. Naturally, Zakariya was in awe. Even after praying for it, the reality of the miracle was overwhelming. He asked, "My Lord, how will I have a boy when my wife has been barren and I have reached extreme old age?" This wasn't a question of doubt, but of wonder. He was asking for a sign, a way to prepare his heart for this monumental gift. And Allah gave him a sign. He said, "Your sign is that you will not speak to the people for 3 nights, though sound." For 3 days and nights, Zakariya, a man of eloquence and a prophet who guided with his words, was rendered silent. He could only communicate through gestures. But this silence wasn't a punishment. It was a gift. It was a period of reflection, a spiritual retreat to absorb the magnitude of Allah's mercy. In that silence, his heart was not empty. It was overflowing with the remembrance and praise of Allah. It teaches us a beautiful lesson. Sometimes, the deepest gratitude isn't expressed in loud celebration, but in quiet, profound reflection and remembrance. It's in the silent moments that we can truly connect with the blessings we've been given. So, what can we, as adults, navigating our own complex lives, take away from this beautiful story? The lessons are profound and timeless. First, hope in Allah has no age limit. It doesn't matter if you're 20, 40, or 80. As long as you are breathing, the door to Allah's mercy is wide open. Second, a sincere prayer. A dua made with a pure heart is never, ever wasted. Allah hears every whisper. Third, Allah's power is not bound by our understanding of science or logic. He is the creator of the laws of nature, and He can suspend them as He wills. Fourth, our faith can be beautifully nourished by witnessing Allah's blessings in the lives of others. Be happy for them, because their miracle can be the sign that renews your own hope. And finally, patience and humility are the keys that invite a divine response. Zakariya waited for decades, but he never gave up his good opinion of his Lord. This story speaks directly to anyone who is waiting for healing from an illness, waiting for a child after years of trying, waiting for the right partner, waiting for financial relief or guidance out of a difficult situation. Zakariya's journey is a beacon of hope for all of us. In the end, the life of Prophet Zakariya is a powerful testament that a delay is not a denial. Allah hears every prayer whispered in the dead of night, every tear shed in private, every heart that aches with longing but remains firm in its faith. As Allah says in the Qur'an, "Indeed, Allah does what He wills." Placing our hope in Him isn't being foolish or unrealistic. It is the very essence of worship. No matter your age, no matter your circumstances, never, ever stop making dua. Never stop hoping, because sincere hope, placed in the hands of Allah, is the beginning of a miracle. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more reflections. May Allah grant us the patience of Zakariya and answer all our sincere prayers.